Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, got a couple of different whittlers to show you guys today. First off, want to say thank you to our good friend Neil for sending both of these in to check out. It's very cool. He sent in a few knives to check out. Greatly appreciate it. But it's cool not only for the fact that he's sending them to me, so I can check them out, but he's basically sharing them with you guys too. So really appreciate that. But of course, up front, on top, I guess, we have the Rough Rider Classic Carbon. It's a swayback whittler. And you're kind of looking in this one, what is it? A Rough Rider 1741 is the number on it. And, we've kind of got two ends of the spectrum because down below, we've got a GEC number 62. This is, the Farm and Field edition. So this is going to be the pocket carver. And this one's in Maple Valley Rich Light. So we've got a couple of, we've got what I like to say is different ends of the spectrum. So we're going to take a look at the Rough Rider first because this is more on the budget side, if you will. But you've got the yellow Delrin going on, the Rough Rider badge. Pins are done pretty darn well. Looks like we got a little oopsie-doo around that pin. Now, when you're talking budget, you're talking, I believe this guy's like $16.99. So, am I going to see a few things on it? Yeah, I probably will. Not the cleanest backspacer, and we've got a little bit of gapping underneath those. We're talking about a $17 knife for sure. Pins are done very well. Transitions are done. You've got the nice pinched bolsters on this one. Really just kind of like the look of this. Now, you guys know I much prefer the single-bladed models or models with pretty low-profile secondary blades, if you will, or tertiary blades, whatever the case may be. But overall on this one, it's what I would expect, and maybe even a slightly better from a $17 knife. That's just me. Now, main blade, you're looking at a nice Wharncliffe blade, and that has got a good pull on it. Oh, that's got a good spring. Nice snap to it. This pull, it's at least a 6 in my grading system. Very nice, goes into that half stop, very solid, and then opens up very nicely. Got the main blade, like I said. Then you've got, you got two smaller pen blades on this one. So single Wharncliffe, main blade, and then we'll give you kind of a overall look at it. One main Wharncliffe, and then two secondary pen blades. Pretty cool knife. Now this is classic carbon, so this is T10 steel on these. With your main blade, what are you getting out of that main blade? Overall, you're getting about a little over 6 inches, 6 1/8, if you will. Main blade, just shy of 2.5, and then your cutting edge is coming in right about 2 inches. Now, I was talking about low-profile secondaries. Those are pretty low-profile secondary blades, which make it pretty darn comfortable in hand. Now, this has a really nice spring on it. It is taking, and you can actually choke up a bit with that kick, but it's taken a pretty decent amount of pressure to make that blade go towards the closed position. Now, like I said, you do have a nice kind of, I would say it's an oversized kick. I'm not an expert by any means, but you can actually choke up on that, and it actually gives you a little bit of protection while you're whittling. So I really like the look of this little knife. Pardon me. But overall, you're talking about a very cool little knife, $17, and you're going to be whittling away before you know it. Very cool little knife. Now, on the opposite end of the spectrum, you're looking at the GEC. Like I said, this one comes out in the Maple Valley Rich Light. I looked it up. I couldn't find any of this exact model available because, well, when GECs come available, they sell incredibly quick. But I did see that this one was probably selling for right around 95 bucks. So you're looking at an $80 difference in price, roughly $80, 75 to 80, we'll put it that way. But this Maple Valley Richlight, what do you guys think of that? It's a very interesting pattern, kind of, it almost looks a little like Appaloosa to me. But, you know, pins, overall construction, pins are done very well. The back springs, yeah, looks fantastic. Both sides, pins done very well. Now this is farm and field, so it's not titty-ute. It's not the fancier. The farm and field are the user. I don't want to say, I don't want to. Well, I won't say it, but it's the lower line. It's basically the lowest line, the user line, if you will, from GEC. Now, does that mean the other titty-ute isn't a user? No, I'm just trying to. It's the budget side of GEC, I guess. That's the way we can put it. Now, you've got 3 blades on this one. It was all construction is very, very nice on this one. You've got 3 blades on this one. Again, your main blade is going to be a Wharncliffe. Gonna zoom back in for you a little bit. But there you go. There's your farm and field pocket carver. Farm and field tool. 1095 steel on these, Titusville. There you go. Now your main blade is a little bit, it's definitely a smaller main than and I'll kind of put them together here in a minute. Definitely a little bit of smaller main. Let's see what do we got in this one overall. So this one is definitely shorter, smaller. It's about 5 3/4. Your main blade is only about 2 inches overall, and then 1 3/4 inches on your cutting edge. Now, like I said, you've got a secondary Wharncliffe and a tertiary Wharncliffe. So you've got all 3 Wharncliffe blades on this one. Again, a difference in the two, where the Rough Rider had Wharncliffe main and 2 secondary pens, secondary and a third pen. This one, you've got all 3 Wharncliffes on the GEC. So, like I said, this one coming in at about, let's see that. Let's close the main and see if we're gonna, are we sharing a spring with that one? Because I want to go back. I'm gonna close them all up. Now this one, it's kind of, there, it was got a little bit better pop. Doesn't have a very good, doesn't go closed. See, you've got really no pop on that close on that one. That one pull, it's probably a 5. A little bit better on that secondary. The main, that's probably about a 6 as well. Goes into the half stop. Decent thud coming open. Let's try it. Goes into the half stop pretty well. Not a bad snap going shut. But let's just do a quick comparison of the blades on these two. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more on the blades. But you've got the GEC. And then we're going to show you the Rough Rider blade. So obviously, quite a bit of difference. Quite a bit of difference in overall size for sure. And then your main blades, definitely a good size difference there. So, I mean, overall, now, am I going to say one is better than the other? Well, you know, you would hope, right? You would hope. You're looking at a $17 Rough Rider and a nearly $100 GEC. One should be much better than the other in overall quality, fit and finish. And is it? Well, that's for you to decide, not me. For mine, I like the action on the Rough Rider better. I really do. The overall construction, that has to go to GEC. The fit and finish, definitely. But the overall action between the two knives, I've got to give that to the Rough Rider. It's just got that nice snap to it. It's got a little bit better feeling when open. And, you know, when you're using it to whittle, can't say it even, to whittle, it just has a little bit better feel, honestly. Feels a little bit more secure, sturdy, to me. So, but just kind of wanted to take a quick look at these two side by side. They're both whittlers. Neil was so very nice to send them both in, so I greatly appreciate that. Appreciate you guys stopping by and checking them out with me, as always, for sure. So, guys, hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.